guys, it's Lauren and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, however you may have stumbled upon this video. It is 2018. It is a new year and that is so like crazy. With that being said, I kind of just wanted to make this like overview debriefing video of like the end of my 2017 and what I've taken out of the year in like faith, lifestyle, just all around. I just wanted to make this video of just me talking to you guys. As many of you may or may not know, I ended 2017 and started 2018 in another country, away from my family. I was in Jamaica for 7 days on a mission trip with a group of 35 others. It was amazing. There's so much scrambling around in my head that I want to say, that I want to talk to you guys about, that I know I'll never be able to make it out into words. So just kind of bear with me. This video might be all over the place and I am all over the place. So let's just get right on in with this. I'm a huge writer. I love writing. It's a huge passion of mine that I've been able to discover more and more through 2017. So I had this journal that I wrote in all through like our 3-4 months of preparation for this trip. I literally journaled an entire almost book's worth of stuff about like through our preparation and just every day me writing down what we did, the highlights, stuff that stuck out with me, like individual devotional time. I'm gonna have all this for the rest of my life and I'm not gonna be forgetting any of it anytime soon, even if I would forget anything. The team that I was with and all the leaders, I could not be more thankful for all of them and just the time that we were there and the things that we did. It was just, I'm probably just going to start by like going through this and seeing what I have written down that I want to share with you, things that I've learned and things that I just want to share with you in this 2018. And some of you may really not care about this video, but some of you may also care about this video and take things away for yourselves in the new year and for the rest of your life. So in Jamaica, we got these like little pamphlets and our word for the trip was choose. This alone just had like little devotionals and Bible verses and fill in the blank stuff about our devotionals on our own. By the second day I was doing this and my own and just getting into the Bible, which is something I really challenge and encourage you guys to do too, and something that I'm really going to challenge myself to keep doing throughout 2018. It's such a great way to start your day. It's so rewarding. It's so rich with knowledge and just things to live your life with. I don't know. I learned so much. I'm just going to start where it all began. So please don't mind me. I'm actually going to be like reading out of some of the stuff that I wrote to you guys. But going into this trip, I don't think I'm the only one who has these thoughts or who has had these thoughts. But this was my first mission trip, so I really did not know what to expect, and all that I knew was that back in August, I think, is when we had our first parent meeting where this is through like my school's campus life, like the students that go to my school who are involved in like this Christian Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, stuff like that. Through school can get together and talk about stuff and encourage each other and just have fun together. The leader of that put an outreach to us and just said, we're going on this mission trip, there are X amount of spots, there's a parent meeting, come even if you're slightly interested. I didn't think I was gonna go, and then the day of the meeting, it just was like a pit in my stomach. I was like, Mom, it's getting closer to the time of the meeting and I just feel like we need to go. We went. My mom had little knowledge of the fact that I even was remotely interested. We just heard about it and it was a really scary thought that I knew that I was supposed to go on that trip, but my humanly self didn't really want to in some ways. Like I was just hesitant about it and hesitant about the fact, what am I doing, Lauren? I don't know if I'm worthy of this trip. I don't know the impact that I can even contribute on a mission team. I've never been on a mission trip in my life. I've never taken this big of a leap in my faith, but it's something that I know God is putting on my heart, obviously, so I need to listen to it. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the reading right now, and I just wrote, Before the trip, I was really hesitant in the fact that I wasn't sure why God was leading me to go on this mission trip. I wasn't sure what my purpose in all of it would be, but I knew that it was something that God obviously put heavily on my heart for a reason, which is kind of what I just explained. I was supposed to go on this trip for a reason, and everyone else who went was supposed to for a reason too. So I kind of laid it all down and put my trust, patience, and calamity in the hands of God through the preparation and departure of this trip. And now I've realized that God can greatly work through you if you put all of your trust and guidance in Him. I wrote all this like after the fact, and after I shared this actually to my mission team, because we were supposed to share about like the biggest thing that we'll take away from this trip. And that for me was putting my trust and laying every single thing down. He knows my plan, He knows my purpose. The thing that really stuck with me through it all was the way that I was able to interact with the Jamaicans and the younger children in general. It was incredible, and all began to feel natural. And for those of you who don't know me off camera, I'm an ambivert, so I can be quiet around people that I don't know, but then when I get to know you or around my friends, I'm like crazy and talkative and wild and random, and just, I'm an interesting person, to put it in simpler words. That's like the whole hesitancy aspect, is I didn't know. I'm not good with walking up to complete strangers or walking up to people that I'm not even sure will be able to understand me or that I'll be able to understand and just start a conversation, let alone about such a big aspect as my faith and their faith. You're just kind of like taking a big leap off the diving board and being like, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm planting a seed, and we'll see where it goes. That was something that I was able to do that I'm really like taken aback with, and it just goes to show. This is a quote that one of my friends actually shared. If you put everything in God's hands, you'll begin to see God's hands in everything. And that's such a true quote. I didn't realize the power of that and the power of that whole aspect until this trip. And that's my biggest takeaway, and something that I really want to push on to you guys and to kind of inspire you guys to do, because amazing things can happen when you just follow God and the nudges He's putting on your heart and the feelings you're having of things you're supposed to do, and fighting that hesitancy and just like going for it. If you think it's right, if you think it's something you need to do, just going for it. Ever since the mission trip, I've literally like been a different person. I've been following those nudges. I've been going outside of my comfort zone. I've been sparking up conversation with strangers, and it's such an incredible and amazing thing that I want you all to experience. It's harder to listen to than to do once you've experienced it. I really believe that I'm making this video for a reason, and that one of you watching this will see this and it'll spark up something inside of your heart and your soul, and that's all I can hope, is that it can help you, encourage you, or inspire. Kind of speaking on the whole trust aspect and purpose aspect, I'm going to share one of my favorite Bible verses, which is Jeremiah 29:11, which kind of talks about this whole trust all rolled up into following the plan and purpose that God has for you. Okay. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And then I'm going to carry on. Then you will call on me and come to pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all of the nations and places where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back to the place from which I carried you into exile. It talks about the captivity and the hesitancy and the fear that you may face without the understanding of putting all your trust in God's hands. Also through this trip, I realized that I wasn't okay. I was dealing with fear, and I was dealing with jealousy and those humanly emotions that can really take your focus away from the big picture and away from happiness and away from putting everything in God's hands. And fear and trust go hand in hand. With trust, you won't have fear. There will be no what ifs, and you can fight that off with trust, my friends. Also, while I have this open, I'm just going to share the Bible verse that was our Bible verse the whole choose of the Jamaica mission trip. It was Deuteronomy 31:8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Don't be fearful. Don't be hesitant. Know that he literally knows what he's doing through you and for you, and he knows the big picture of where you're going to end up, who you're going to end up with, the friends you're going to surround yourself with, the job you're going to have. If you just listen to the simple nudges and things that he puts on your heart. I'm just like going all over the place. I have so much to say, but I don't know how to put this into words. Another thing that I really took away from Jamaica was the fact that us in the United States, many of us have what we need and what we want, and we live a very fortunate life, and sometimes that can be taken for granted. And when you go over to Jamaica, into the area of Jamaica that I was in, you realize that some of those people don't have what they need. Their living conditions, just some of the houses that I was able to make home visits to, weren't the fanciest, weren't the nicest, weren't two-story, didn't have roofs or walls or a full foundation, and it just really stuck with me how joyful, regardless of their situations, they were. My mission leader said something about there's a difference between happiness and joy, and it's just up to you to find that differentiator between happiness and joy. And that really just encouraged me to, regardless of the situation, regardless of the circumstance that I'm in, to find joy and put a smile on my face and look at the better. One day we went on a prayer walk with a pastor that we'd been in correspondence with throughout the trip, and we were making home visits to elders of that church that couldn't come to church by themselves anymore just due to like health issues and stability issues and stuff like that. We met 4 little girls on the street, and we started talking to them, and they were so happy. They loved that we were like talking to them, and it wasn't too long before they grabbed some of our hands and just followed us up to the front porch of the old lady's house that we were visiting. And they stayed with us the entire time we were there. They closed their eyes to pray with us. They sang songs with us. They were fully intent in listening to, for all we know, this stranger. They just walked up on her front porch with us, and they were all so welcoming. That was a trend throughout my time there when we made house visits and just stops. The Jamaicans were so happy and inclusive and talkative, and it really encouraged me to come back here and start making that a thing. It was also really incredible to see God working through other people that were on the trip with me. It was just huge to see some of my close friends and how they went out of their comfort zones and just changed to pursue God and what God was telling them to do, and to be with the little kids and to be with the people at the infirmary. It was just really awesome. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. I really hope that you guys like it and that you can take something away from it. I also made a more cinematic documentation of our Jamaica trip, which is already up on my channel, and I'll put the link to that at the end of this video and down in my description box for you guys to check that out, just if you want a closer look into that. But I wanted to make this sit down talking video just to say Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a good one, and just to say some of my thoughts that weren't captured in that cinematic video. A lot happened, and I just had a lot that I thought I could share with you guys, with someone, with anyone out there who wants to listen to this. And I just pray that we have trust and patience and an open heart and an open mind and a loving spirit, and that we can all just be lights and spread love and not hate in 2018, and we can make big changes, big strides. I just love all of you so much, and I wish the best for you. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, as well as I'm always open to comments. Let me know down below how you liked this video, if you'd like me to keep doing sit-down faith-based videos, even though I probably will, even if no one says anything. Be sure to click that subscribe button if you have not already, and you can also turn on that little bell so you get a literal notification in your subscription box as soon as I upload, so you can be one of the first to see that. That would be pretty neat. I think that's about all. I love you guys so much. Have an awesome day, have an awesome year, start to your year, and don't forget to be a light and spread love, not hate. See you next time, guys. Bye!
3, 2, 1.